Okay. Well, good evening, everyone.
Hey, good evening.
Another day of glory. There's one question. Walter was wondering about connecting multiple PCs or whatever in ROS, and can networking in ROS can be a bit of a challenge. So thought maybe we talk a little bit about that. I have a Raspberry Pi. I use my cell phone as a hotspot, and my computer, my laptop is connected to my cell phone as a hotspot. But I was trying to get the IP address of this guy, and that can be a little bit of a challenge unless your hotspot on your phone gives up that information and then allows you to scan. Has anyone tried connecting multiple computers with ROS?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, many times.
Yeah. Do you guys use the hosts file, the etc host file for the IP addresses, or do you just put all that in the bash RC?
So I set the master URI on the remote machines to point just to the IP of the of the one I'm going to run the core on, and then just set the environment variable ROS_IP for the particular interfaces on each machine that I'm using. That's what I found to be the easiest and most straightforward thing.
You just do the export ROS master URI.
So yeah, so the one you're running the core on, you'd run the standard local host, and then the remote you would run the export ROS master URI http:// IP address of where the core is, and then :11311. And then on each machine in the network, you have to find the interface, the IP address of that it's using to communicate to the other PCs. So like if you have your master on 10.10.10.1, say, then its ROS IP will have to be set to 10.10.10.1. And if the remote is 10.10.10.2, then it's the environment variable you'd have to use there is ROS IP equals 10.10.10.2. Sometimes it looks like they're connected, and usually that means you haven't set the ROS IP. If you want to use the host file, you can use the ROS host name. Oh boy.
Well, it's going to let you continue talking, but here's the, whatever you want to call it, your slide.
Is this yours, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I usually don't set the ROS host name.
Okay.
I think it's either or with ROS IP or ROS host name. It just depends on if you're using host name. And then the IP, I'm not sure it'll listen to any interface that may work. But I usually set it to the particular interface that represents what I'm. So like if you do if config on this machine, what's the interface that connects to the base?
You got a little bit of background noise here.
192, 168, 43, 186.
Yep. Did it come through?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I would use for your ROS IP.
Okay, wait a minute. Stop. Okay, so
And I will say that this is made much easier with DDS, but just saying.
you don't have to do that anymore. So that's me. That's the base computer or your interface that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice shameless plug there, Jeremy.
Yeah. This all goes away with ROS 2. It'll be super easy.
It is super easy.
And what is that machine you're doing your editing on currently? Is that your main PC, Matt?
Yeah, the base.
Okay.
So yeah, so the base is the running the core.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, the lawn tractor is actually running the core, but however you want to set it up right, I know it gets confusing right here at this point, but
Well, that master URI has to point to where the core is running.
yep.
That's your message broker. That's what's going to broker the connections.
So that's a
Yes.
question I have, for instance. So I flashed the Ubiquity ROS image onto a Pi, and I boot it, and it looks awesome. But I think it thinks it's the core because I think it
is.
already launches it.
It does launch the ROS master.
So I just need to
Oh,
change
does
my
it?
brain.
Does it
Go ahead.
launch it as a service? Like if you do top or something, you should be able to see ROS master and ROS core running.
Yeah, it uses systems D.
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got ROS core in there, and ROS.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That is really cool. So that helps because I was gonna completely mess it up here in like 2 seconds, but now you just saved me.
So wherever you're launching on that machine, you need to set an environment variable with this ROS IP and master URI. And on
Walter,
that machine,
do you want to share your screen so we can take a look at what your setup is? Or just your Vim window or whatever.
whoa.
Oh, he's using the Docker container. Look out. This is all bad.
Yeah. Going crazy.
So what does your bash RC file look like? You're on mute also.
I love monologuing when no one's listening. So did you guys. Walter's on mute. Perfect.
Quick.
I don't have anything in mind currently on the thing, even though he's running as the core. It's so weird. So that's basically a terminal over into the Ubiquity Nano Ubiquity Pi, but it doesn't have any of that stuff set here. But it's running.
Yeah, you got to put it in there.
Oh,
If
but he
you
is
just-
a master.
So question, does this run a bash shell when it starts up? Because the bash RC will only be sourced when you when you log in.
All right, I broke it. Okay.
So type env and pipe to grep all caps ROS.
Which one?
All caps
I can't
ROS.
hear you.
Enter.
I can't hear anybody. What happened? Hold on. All right, I can hear. Can you talk? Sorry, say it again.
And press. You had it right. Press ROS and enter. So your master URI is ubiquityrobot.local, whatever that resolves to. And you don't have the ROS IP set. Not in the shell anyway.
I'm a little
Which is
Right.
perfectly fine, right?
Well, if
For
he wants to if he wants to talk, if he just wants to run everything on this, then that's fine.
Well, my
I
dream
never set
was.
I never set it.
You never set the ROS IP, Kyler?
I don't. But I use Etsy hosts.
Yeah, if you use a host file or DNS, then this ROS IP is unnecessary. But I don't go to the trouble of entering host files. I just use
So my
that.
a step back of my thought was to be able to run the Docker image, right, and that it could send commands over to this Ubiquity Pi using command velocity and all that stuff. That was the thought. But I don't know if because I've already leveraged existing tools, that made it weirder. I know I can change it, but like as setup is right now, I'm confuzzled.
Well, like I said, if you're editing the bash RC, is a shell going to run to launch everything, or are you good? If you're trying, I don't know if you're using.
I'd like it to launch automatically on the Pi. I don't want to have to log in and do anything on the Pi.
Oh,
Boot up
okay.
and then look back.
So it's using syscontrol and.
Yes, that actually is true.
So you'd have to look at the syscontrol script that it launches and probably set those environment variables in that script prior to launch.
Okay, I can look that up.
The bash RC won't probably help to do it that way.
Because normally with a bash RC, you would be from the terminal, right?
Yeah, you have to launch a terminal for those to be in effect.
So on my desktop, it's okay though, because that's where I would be from inside of the Docker container. I would want to communicate over. You would just be running, so I have to make sure. So the Docker container ROS core would be the main ROS core for me. Is my goal, right? And then I would have the robot look. What's that?
No.
No,
Never mind.
no, yes.
Go on. Yeah, every time you launch a terminal, it's gonna source the bash RC,
Okay.
and that is every time you launch a bash terminal. And every time you log in, it should source the dot profile.
Okay.
And every time you start up, it also, some things that we've done before is use the in /Etsy, there's a rc.local file that's run at boot. And that's where I put I usually don't mess with syscontrol. I just put it in Etsy RC local.
Okay. I don't particularly have a preference. It just came that way, so I'm willing to adjust as necessary.
Yeah.
I don't even have Vim like Nano installed on here. That's funny.
You have Vim.
Of course I do, for all you crazy weirdos. See, this one is okay. So
So you need to put the ROS host name
Yeah.
I hate when you do such good job.
Oh.
and the ROS master, and then you'll be good to go.
How do I do that again? I for insert, or
Yep. But you got to go to the end of the
$sign
line.
to get to the end of the line. Or
See
you
how
can just
simple
do
that is?
A.
A,
don't.
Oh,
don't
not
know.
insert.
Not I.
'Cause you, do append instead of insert. Now you're on the wrong.
Crap.
Ah.
Kill it. Ah! Broke it. Don't make fun. All right, what
What's
did I
going to
do?
happen next?
I don't know.
Bah.
Okay, append next time. Got it. You said got to put the export in there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be localhost, though, right?
No.
Well, if you're going to use the host name,
The host
you use whatever's in the host file. If you're going to use, if you're not going to use a host name, then you can specify by IP.
Okay. Okay. Yep. You're right. Okay, but what's the IP address of this Docker container?
Oh, yeah.
You guys, I feel like this
Better
is
yet,
like,
how did you start it? Did you start it with, what are the options that you did the Docker run with?
oh crap. Let me give you a new one. I'll show you what I did. Hope everyone's learning from my craziness. I got it.
Fun.
I'm glad you're having fun. That's what I ran. Good.
No network interface.
So the other thing you can do, and this is what I was trying to say on the in the whatever our forum. One of the options is a dash. I think it's either dash or dash net, and there's like 3 options. You'd have to put it by the E. You can't put it after. You have to put it before the image name. And if you do .net host, .net space host, then it'll be it'll use the host network. So it's kind of like what kind of network would that be? It's based. No. Dash net and then just host. I don't know if it's plural or singular.
Well, I could break
I think
anything.
that's right. Try that. See what happens.
I just killed the Docker container. Is that okay?
Oh.
Nothing's saved anyway, so you're going to have to edit these files every single time.
I feel like that was a motivational speech. Tyler, what did they do to me? What's that, Matt? Say it again.
I was asking what's not saved.
Yeah, it's 3 out of 3 already.
Matt, you said something wasn't saved?
No. If you edit the bash RC file of your Docker container, when you close that Docker container down, it goes away.
Oh. What I have done with that is volume map my bash RC in the runtime in the Docker run. That also works.
That also works. Keep a copy local.
Yeah,
But we can do it here for educational purposes.
true.
No, yeah, no one.
For learning.
And going for the team.
Speaking of learning, I want to point out that Ross IP is just for other computers to use. It's not for your local machine. It's
I think you
it's
have
the
to use
IP
it
address
for
that other computers use to contact it.
Well, you have to set it to your local interface.
Nope, actually, sometimes, in some cases, and it could come up in Docker, it will not be an IP address that you know about. For example, if you're on AWS, you might have an IP that no one outside knows about. You need to set it to, it's the declared IP that other machines will use to contact your machine. And in most cases, yes, it is the same as your interface, but it's an important distinction in weird situations.
Okay.
I broke it. Oh, it's on a 6079? I said 6080. I guess it's, I ran this, but that didn't bring up 6080. He says, listening on 6079. Is that what I should go to?
Maybe because there was already one running.
Oh, I never, okay, that's possible. Crap.
I just put my hand at her.
All right, that's pretty exciting. Sorry on that one.
I'm already.
Matt, what did I do?
You can't break it, so you Control C and start over again. If all of Docker is down, or if all the containers are shut down.
Oh crap! How do I do that again? I remember. Ah! I did that. Do I have to do like Docker something special or something? I remember. I googled that earlier.
To
How do you
give
kill
the
Docker?
ports privilege.
Whoa! 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 Sounds exciting. This one's running. I don't know if that means anything. It looks a lot better. Or not. No, it's still saying the same guy. So I broke something. I don't know.
Or it doesn't like that .net hosts line.
It's possible too.
Oh, yeah, try the original port. So what's
Oh,
that?
yeah, 80.
Did you
You're
kill
on
it?
port 79.
What happened?
At 80.
Do this?
This is like extreme programming. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Is that okay? So I should try that?
Just try 80. Are you
What do you mean,
killing are you killing the instances? How many Dockers do you have running?
I don't know. This, maybe?
Docker ps-a space-a. Oh, quite a
And
few.
fix your web browser.
What happened? This one? Can you see my stuff?
Yeah,
It looks okay.
most of them have exited, but
Docker system prune. Start the container and then try your web browser, but change the address of your web browser.
Oh. So like back to 80?
Yep.
Do I need a new tab or something?
except
No.
that's 6080. Why are you typing in 6080? Just try 80.
What?
Or just
What he
try
told me.
80.
Just trying to get it to work. You got to run the
It's
container.
not running.
So much
Hey, guys.
pressure.
What this proves is that anyone can do it.
But we haven't figured out what's that. Oh, is that just a warning? That was no big deal. Yeah, warning's okay.
What does that even mean? Publish ports are discarded when using host network mode. Okay.
It means that you don't, when you're using the net host, you don't have to specify the port.
Oh. Even though I did?
Even though you did. So I think if now if you do 6080, it'll work because that's what it's publishing.
Sort of going, but it's not launching anything. Is he still loading, I guess?
Yeah. Well, right there it should be up.
Yeah, I'm just your friendly neighborhood guy that breaks stuff.
Can't break it.
It's true. We'll get rid of that. If I just kill a Docker container like that, is that okay? I mean, Control C.
That I don't think that does anything. The -P 6080.
If
Did you
I
leave the net host in? Yeah, you did.
try
Yeah.
it without that net host and see if the container will even come up.
Okay.
I mean, it will. It should come up. You can't break that's the good thing about these.
It's Walter proof.
That's usually my requirement. He gets the good. He gets that he's trying, but something's not. Doesn't like it, so let me kill it. I'm going to get rid of that weird thing on there. No offense.
No offense.
Do I still need the 6080?
Now
Yeah.
you need to do your port map.
I really feel like you guys are got a list of questions to throw at me.
It's a quiz.
I broke it.
Nah.
Oh. There we go. Port map.
Colon 80.
Yep.
All right, now I feel good about it.
Feeling good.
Saying there's a chance.
Something's got to give. Something's got to give. Sorry.
Come
Love
on.
Whammies.
There it goes.
Okay, I feel good. That's where it should be up and running, right? Hey,
Hey,
what does that mean?
it works.
Now I should be able to.
Well, if you don't have, you need access to your network to be able to ping your Raspberry Pi, to be able to talk SS. Well, he can SSH out, so if he can ping it and SSH, then you should be able to send ROS commands, right?
That's what I think, right? Problem is, can I ping that guy?
Oh, you weren't in the container. Yep. Nope.
Ping's probably not going to be in that.
Oh, ping's not a list. What? What do I do?
We got to rebuild the container and add ping.
SSH. I forgot the thing is. It's going to be like.
Why don't you just sudo apt-get IP tools?
Yeah, what?
Install ping. Was it Python ping?
I think it's like IP or.
I'll just do it. Doesn't break.
Just go for it. No. I lose.
Oh, that would be so cool.
IP utils.
IP utils, of course.
Of course, it's IP utils.
Are there other people doing this? Yeah. Oh, no, I think there is.
Damn it! Did I spell it right?
IP utils dash ping.
I think
This is hilarious.
Yeah, but then it shows that other
Hey, look at that.
Winner.
I'll take it. Oh crap.
It maybe just shows their scores.
The power. 168.255, right? No.
That's, I think it's 181.
Thank you.
Hey,
That's what I'm talking about.
so you can do the easy setup and just put it into your bash RC. So you don't have ROS going on your Docker container, but you do have ROS going on your Ubiquity, your Raspberry Pi.
You can also make changes to this and then commit that running container to a new image and tag name.
That is true, Jeremy. Okay, we'll do that. So you'll have a copy of it.
Yeah.
You probably want someone else's, just for the record. Walter's is going to be horrible. What the crap? He doesn't even use Vim? What kind of a developer is he? So I need ROS master URI, right?
Yeah. You didn't have that already?
Oh, yeah.
It goes away. What? You don't have it.
You guys are hilarious. This is the greatest thing ever.
Yep.
That's it. Do I need to do ROS IP? No.
You need to put the port on the master URI. It's :11311.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it?
No.
And yeah, I don't think if you don't have multiple interfaces, I think Tyler's right. You don't need it. So I don't know how many interfaces.
Now,
Well, it'll do a name lookup as long as your name lookup succeeds.
source your .bash RC. Wow, did you do that already?
Nope, I did not.
Well, but it's the other side. It's the Raspberry that has to be able to do it. This would be a really good experiment. Try it.
Yeah.
Try it without, and you'll see the behavior. And then you'll recognize it next time.
And then do ROS core. So or do a ROS topic list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's already up. So you should do like a ROS topic list and be able to see your Raspberry Pi is not set to this machine.
Oh my gosh, I did that backwards. I'm supposed to hit the metal part. Yeah.
Now, here's the funny thing. Now, hold up. I think I messed something up earlier today before I named this call. Like, now, that's what he's saying his ROS topics are, which is ridiculous because that's not what it was before. I must have broken something.
No, there was other stuff running in there, but you on your Docker container, you're now connected to your Raspberry Pi ROS
But-
master.
Try a ROS topic pub from the external. I don't think it'll.
From over here?
Well, actually, try to echo ROS out. Or you're not actually running anything that already.
Over here I am. He's running.
Yeah, but I don't think
Sensor.
ROS out has anything going.
Do you have a joystick?
No, not connected.
ROS topic echo / ROS out.
Like that? Or like this?
Yeah. I don't think there's anything published, but you could publish on a new topic. Try ROS topic echo on the other machine. On ROS out. I mean, you only have the core running, so I don't think anything's gonna show up.
Well, yeah, I messed it up because there was a. So earlier today, I changed, which is funny because the terminal window is looking at the Ubiquity, which earlier had like a list of all of these topics that was publishing. I did a export to kind of change the name or change the ROS master URI. And then right before this, we just logged in. Now you're just seeing the 2 ROS ag topics, which didn't come from the Ubiquity. It came from this guy earlier today, I guess. I don't know what I did. I destroyed it or something. I don't know.
Those are your default ones when you start ROS core, the ROS out and the ROS aggregator.
Oh, my bad. But it said ag. But no, seriously, I listed it today.
Oh,
it had
no,
like
yes.
25 things.
Yeah, when you reboot your Raspberry Pi, things should come up. And if they're not, then maybe something got broken in the launch file or the SysSD.
Ooh, look at this. It's literally like these.
Can you
CIs in
SSH
my
into
head.
the Raspberry?
Yeah, that's what this one is right here. I'll do it again. I just rebooted him because I was trying to see if I can get all those cool topics up.
I have a
Give me 2
small
seconds.
screen, so I have to pan around. I see it now.
Okay. What? All them tractors, you got a small screen? Come on, Pat.
I'm using my phone.
It's pretty boss. Yeah, he's back up. All right, he's back up.
I'd like to see you pub on one of them.
Okay. I'm going to bring my window back up. Come on, sunshine.
Hold on, I'm gonna do this. No. Yeah.
You guys can see all this, right?
Passwords.
Take it. Son of a, what the? Okay. I don't know. Whatever. I must have done something different. Maybe. You can't run ROS core because he already has a ROS core, right? So if I try to launch it now, it's going to say, all right, what do you want me to try?
In the chat window, I put a link to the ROS topic pub, but you can just run from the command line and publish to a topic from the command line.
Like that?
2 words.
2 words, but it's in the chat. There's a link in the chat file. Space.
And just call it whatever, like this?
Yeah, whatever.
You can.
Standard messages.
Why are we here?
You got to call it the
specify
message
the
type.
message type.
I don't know what the message type is.
Well, keep going. Go to
STD message.
STD_messages.
Oh, I see.
MSGS
Yep.
string, and
Space.
then hello world.
Quote, and then send it a string.
You gotta publish something.
Yep.
Is it just going to keep publishing that?
No, you have to put a dash R1.
It'll keep publishing like this, right?
That's only gonna be one.
But it'll wait for anyone to connect to it.
Yeah, that's good.
So I should see.
Last topic list.
Ah! Hey, look at that!
Yeah,
Look at
but now
that!
try to echo it and see if it gets it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
how do we do it?
Ross, Ross topic echo.
Right.
I am amazing at just doing what you say.
New thing.
New
Good
thing.
thing.
We want to see hello world.
So I have to
This
say
is
Ross
fun.
out. Do I
No
just say
Ross out.
anything like this?
It's- Yeah, nothing.
Oh.
So that is what happens when the other machine thinks you have a different address than you do.
You know the other one, the thing you use for doing tricks?
Oh,
You trim back the way you're
Yep.
so what does that
you're
mean?
Completely connected.
You're not, yeah, you're incompletely connected. So for example, if you want to try this experiment in reverse, try publishing from your Docker container and then try to listen to it in the Ubiquity. Same experiment, just going the other way. We're publishing from the container and going to the Ubiquity, and you'll get to see the message.
You could figure out how to do this trick in the freestyle, go under your bike and let go. That is
STD.
no one.
Dagnabbit. You see what I did there?
Yep.
I got my G and my D messed up. What happened?
Uh-oh.
You're hitting the
Went full screen behind the tab.
Goodness gracious. How do I get it out of that?
You're definitely gonna get it out if you're not excited.
That's really weird. What did I do?
We were so close.
Not done yet. It ain't over.
I think in ROS 2 this had already been done.
Oh.
Just plug it in. It'll find it.
Just plug it in. It knows.
It literally went full screen. What the crap? How do I get this guy out of here?
You know how you would always get first? With the sports truck. No, I got UTV first. I beat you in UTV.
All right, I'm gonna get this guy. I don't have time for you. Look at it. Of course, stays exactly the same.
Open up that new one.
I'm trying to. There we go.
There we go. No, that's the your
Oh,
window.
that's the right one. Yeah, that's the wrong one. What in the world is going on with this thing? All right, I'm gonna do it from right here. Here we go. I can do it from the bottom.
Yep.
I'll just scroll down like this. There we go. Ross topic hub, newer thing, messages, string.
I'm entertained.
Good. That explains. That's what I'm here for.
Yep.
All right, so we should be good, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I should go over here and be like Ross.
ROS topic list.
And my boat.
Hey.
Echo.
I wish he wasn't.
Oh, both of them got denied. Oh.
You're right in front of me. I'm in 1020.
This is the worst. What did I do?
On both machines, let's see what EMB pipe grep ROS is.
You want to,
So-
do motocross or run supercross or do
This is great. Oh, gotta stop the.
What's that? What's champion? That's what. Wait, come over again. Really? Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming.
So, do you want to figure out the hosts?
Sure.
I think the more we win, the supercross,
So
the more
do a host name in one of the screens, like in one of the. What's host name?
I don't know. How do you do that? Echo host name like this?
What's yours?
Just host name.
Wait,
One word. Host name.
And then Durant
Ubiquity robot.
out after
Okay.
Is
Now,
the Pi's
so go
hosting.
to the other window and do ping ubiquity robot.
Oh. Unknown host, of course.
So it won't work. And similarly, if you do host name in this window, you'll probably get that 08B.
Yep.
And if you ping that from the other machine, it may or may not fail. It will fail.
I just want to copy. No, that guy. Yeah, I got to type all that. Let's just do it for fun because we're recording. Might as well. 08 Bravo Echo 7.
Oh my God! Use cut and paste.
I just tried. It didn't work. Unknown host. Let's just go with it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So if you wanted to fix it, you could put that in Etsy host.
On both or just one?
If you put it on one, it'll work on one. So you have to put the other host name in /Etsy host.
Did it wrong. Hold on.
You have to use sudo, or it won't let you write it to
Well,
it.
he's root there, right?
Oh, okay.
Hosts?
Etsy
crap.
host.
Okay.
Host, yeah.
I can't. Hold on. I'm at the. Hold on.
Oh my God, that's not Vim.
You know what? Some of us are modern, okay?
No, just put the IP address and then, yep,
The IP address?
yep. No host name.
Oh, got it. Follow the pattern, Walter.
Follow the pattern.
And that's it?
And then the name, yeah, ubiquity robot. Yep. Now
right.
save it and see if you can ping it. Now.
Also, see the very bottom line? Your Docker container is mapped to 172.
Okay.
What's its network? It's on the same network as the 192.168.1.
Well, it is now because I did. Basically, I was NAT before, then I changed, but I don't know how to get the stupid window to go away. Let me do this. Anyone? Bueller? Nobody? We're all just going to leave Walter hanging. Okay, that's fine.
You'll want to put this in your Raspberry Pi also. So but sometimes we list both. Sometimes we list both. Not that IP address. You want your public IP address.
Yeah. Let me see what I got here. Oh my gosh. Matt, what'd you do to my thing, man?
It's broke.
How do I get out of this thing?
Thank you.
Minimize Vim.
How did Grady start ahead of you?
All right, I'm trying to minimize it. Can't get much bigger than.
Control Win down.
All right. All right. That's it, right? No?
You're in the browser window, not inside. Yeah, you got to be inside there. No, there's a little in the upper left-hand corner. There's a.
There's a what?
Nothing.
I clicked on that thing like 12 times, man. I'm wasting. This is amazing. I don't even know what that is. I'm killing it. We just did all this work. Goodness gracious. Stupid terminal. Hey, this Docker container is amazing, but it makes me want to cry.
That's an interesting problem.
I did control.
Oh, you're right there.
Control Shift down arrow.
Are you in Vim?
No, I'm in Nano.
But he's in Terminator, so we're wondering about trying to get Terminator.
Oh, to capture the clicks.
No,
or
to
something.
make it small.
You won't even let me out. The only thing I know how to do is going to kill everything.
So just close
Because
the
your
window. Close
your resolution is set to
back.
1920.
Yeah, that's what I set it to.
No, I just crashed.
This is great. Come on, sunshine. Everything I know how to do is not working.
What happens when you right click and close window? Is there a right? Oh,
Oh, where was that 10 minutes ago, Jeremy?
Good.
Okay, I'm just looking there again. Just because I like going into places that are weird.
That'll make it hard. Because some people have to go blindfolded.
Okay. I don't know what I broke there. Probably fine. Okay. Now my point is, my problem with this earlier was, do I need a new, if I do ifconfig, the IP address changed. Oh no, they were okay. We're okay. Okay, good. So you're saying over in my other guy, same thing, right?
I can't see your browser window anymore. You may have to reshare that screen.
Okay, hold up. How about that? Can you see now?
yeah.
Yep.
And then, so do the same thing on the Pi, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we never found out what the public IP address is of your Docker container. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Is that this one?
It should be like a 192.168.
I know, I don't have any of that. So this is inside the Docker container. Do I want that or do I want this one?
This is where I think you'll have to use the net option host, because it's not. The problem is going to be that you're not using the net option host, so
No.
you have to specifically address each port, and it's going to broker a lot of different ports. So I don't think you can do that without the.
Nope. Because I don't even know what that is.
On your computer side, up near your clock on the Ubuntu,
Yeah.
there should be like a networking, the up-down arrow.
Okay, yeah.
And then there should be like your like edit, connection information. There's a Docker 0 there. A tab. Okay. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. So if you use that -net host, I think that's how I've had to solve this. If you look at the ROS Docker Hub page, they have an example of running container to container, which is essentially what you're doing. Yeah, that first one, if you scroll down to the bottom, there's like an example. Well, they did it by setting up a Docker network. Scroll all the way down. There's like a specific use case, deployment use cases, right here, right there. Up. Keep going. Yeah, right here. Docker run services. So Docker run, they run the ROS core in one container, and then they run a talker in one and a listener in the other. The only difference is, see, they use -net foo, so they have to set up a specific network. If you use -net host, I think it's, let's see what, I might have told you wrong. It might be plural. I think you put singular host. But,
-net equal host.
Is it?
Well, according to the quick summary, if you click in there, it may change it. It's Stack Overflow. What could you do wrong there?
That should work.
It never gives bad advice, right?
Never. I got a badge that proves it.
Bridge network, none.
No.
It's host singular, -- net, space
Equal
host.
host.
Equal
Space or
host?
equal? Well, I saw equal, but you tell me. I tried equal. I tried space earlier. It didn't work.
I think you tried host plural, didn't you?
I don't know. Do I need the port over here too still or no? Everything?
Take all that off. Take the port off. So before you do that and kill your other, oh, you already killed your run. Okay.
Yep.
Never mind. I was gonna
Are
say.
you gonna try? Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna save me?
Well, you realize these containers, you can spin up like multiple of them. All you have to do is give them different names, and then they're multiple instances. You'd have to.
Where do you put the name? Like before it or at the end of it? After this?
I think it's like -- name. I'd have to look.
Well, I feel good about this one.
For all this stuff, I don't have to remember it.
Well, welcome to the normal world. Okay, that's not working, man.
Is that actually the 6080? Is that? I guess that's got to
Oh.
be.
No, forget it.
What's 80?
This is the you had me remove it, and I wasn't listening to myself. All right.
Ah.
Oh, look at that. He's all giddy now.
So, so from here, try to. We removed the ping. so do you have?
I got a local IP on this guy. The Docker does not, but there is an NP0S3 port for IP now.
Yeah, I think that's right. So try to apt install ping again and see, or whatever.
Hey! I just pinged from the Raspberry Pi over, so that's good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I don't really need ping. Let me just do the other part. What were we doing again? I do need nano because I can't lose that. No judging.
Yeah, add it to the Docker file so it gets in there. Ping and nano.
All right. What were we doing? The EXE host, right?
Yeah, we'll have him editing Docker files. Docker build.
So I'll call this 192.168.1.181.
Yep.
Ubiquity robot. Booyah. And this guy's gonna need the same thing.
But you're gonna have to do sudo on that one.
Yeah, thanks. It's very complicated. Don't copy my passwords.
I was
So
hoping
this
you
one is
looked up so I could see it.
And what is this one? Oh gosh, you gotta kid me. Sorry. What do we do again? No, just host name. Hold up, I got it. I can remember. Hey, that's even cuter. Nice. Oh, that's cool. So Walter is VirtualBox. That's kind of good, right?
Are you in the Docker container running?
Oh, yeah. This is the Docker container right here.
Okay.
I think. How do I know?
I don't know.
It says Docker right here.
All right. Yep.
Is this like Inception or something? Is that what's going on?
You shouldn't have Walter
How do you know it's
VirtualBox.
a virtual machine?
What's that?
Well, when you use the net host, you're using the host network.
Okay.
That's
thank
why.
You, Jeremy.
That's
Thank you,
why.
Jeremy.
Okay. Okay, ready? Yeah?
Yep.
Are you running a core?
Yeah.
Of course,
On the-
it's a Raspberry Pi. It's always running.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm being funny, but the Ubiquity came with it, so I haven't touched it. It's just still running. Hopefully the battery doesn't die in the next few minutes. And then I didn't do any. Oh, I have to do this to be good. Sorry, guys. Make sure you do this stupid thing I forgot to do. Okay. I could have just done export, right?
Yeah, but now you know.
Before you kill this container, you should definitely commit it. You'll save yourself a lot of time.
All right.
I'll suggest that you use the name instead of the IP address now, because you have it set.
Oh, like this? Like that?
You'll need the
HTTP.
Still need the protocol.
You don't need a protocol, you guys. Listen to me. Ubiquity robot. I don't need to give it the port, right?
Colon 11311.
I do. All right. Okay. Everyone's happy?
I'm happy.
It's gonna be the funniest video ever. All right.
Ping?
You don't have ping.
I didn't install it. Dagnabbit. I was trying to shortcut myself.
Go install it, and then before you kill this, commit the
Perfect.
IP tools dash ping. Utils, I mean. IP utils.
We're getting this together.
The other thing I volume map in my containers is my bash history, which is very handy.
Yeah, I'm pinging it.
Do it by name.
Oh, right.
Don't press it.
There he is. What's wrong with my Ross topic list?
Have to nano the bash RC and see if there's a typo in the host name.
Not possible. I'm just kidding.
I know.
Never could happen.
5 people looking at it. It's a little small, but
Ubiquity. Oh.
Quit.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm gonna pee my pants over here. There was I missed some letters. Thank you, Matt. Okay. Oh yeah.
look at that.
I know it's not really big, but it's big for these little push
Oh, sad face.
You guys are playing a Lego game? And
What's
one
going
person
on?
broke the three- Dude, a guy
So try the other machine. Can you ping? Can both machines ping each other by name?
Oh, right. All right. Hold on. Forgot the name. I gotta do it over here. Hold on.
You're doing all the right things so that we can all recognize this behavior in the future.
Perfect. So ping Walter dash virtual box dash 16-04. Yep. That's awesome. I could ping Walter virtual box. That's pretty awesome. Any thoughts?
Try your echo again and then go back and pub it.
Okay, echo first, then pub.
Sure.
What the crap? I was landed, and then guess what? It just made me fall off my.
Publishing and latching message.
This is the first time I actually.
Nothing.
Dax is right behind you.
Oh, where's the love?
Oh, 9,
So close.
Can you try the opposite? Try publishing on the other one. And
10. I just saw you.
Actually, that's going to fail because it doesn't exist yet, right? Or is he just going to try to listen to whatever that topic is?
it should wait.
Or not.
Uh,
I just finished.
Ross topic pub.
thank you. PUB.
No.
Oh, crap.
Space pub.
No. I know, it's over here. They don't fall off. You fall off. I mean, if you like, if it was a
All right.
snake, you would fall off. What the crap?
Oh, well, if I listen to the right topic.
Yeah, guess what? So, remember we can't go through the track? The people who are fake, they go through the
Hey! Woo! Why would it go the other way, though?
We will be like Ryan and go off track for a few minutes.
I mean, is everybody celebrating?
Something's broken.
Why you pass me?
Fine.
Go ahead. I mean, when I
Oh,
left places,
oops. I must have got all too cocky.
all the way down.
Quote and then a single quote.
Oh.
Dude, I see you. Whoever wins this wins. Yeah, but whoever loses has to give up. Right, I can see.
Yeah, that's why coding is like crack. So you guys got all that stuff done, and the very first thing he says is, "Hey, let's do something else. Let's do something else."
I mean, that's the whole purpose of this, right?
Exactly. That's how it goes all the time.
Yes, I can.
It's a gateway.
Your controller's really
Beautiful.
Oh, because I did something weird.
You did it right. You just had different. You had a single quote as opening and then a double quote closing. So,
Then I added like a whole nother line
yep.
to this thing. There we go.
It works.
Woo! All right.
Simple. Put this one in the books.
Yeah, that's pretty extreme.
We haven't gone the other way, right?
No.
No, it won't go the other way.
So you just did check your host file on your Raspberry Pi.
Are you so mean?
And generally I put everybody in the host file. So you get the 192.168.1 to go to Walter. But how do we know that that's going to the Docker container and not his local machine? Or does it matter?
That matters.
How do you know?
So what's the networking setup? Or I kind of missed it. Is the Docker container doing DHCP using a different Mac on the network, or is it just?
I did a virtual machine.
One you have to use.
You had a virtual machine running Ubuntu, and then I launched the Docker container from within that. So with a bridge setting for the VirtualBox's networking. So ideally, this Docker container is another item on my network within the machine. So I guess that's why it stole the machine.
Okay, with its own IP address.
Correct. Yes. That is the own IP address. Correct.
What's your local machine, the actual physical machine IP address?
The one that's like not the Docker container.
Yeah, it's weird. You got layers. You have your hardware, you have your virtual machine, and then you have a Docker container. And
Yeah, I did a bridge. So my local device is 192.168.122. That's the Windows host. The Linux guest. There's a couple, I guess. 192.168.1. Oh, it's because it's just replicating itself inside, I guess. So the Docker container is the 172. Okay, so this is my virtual box. This is my Docker. There's no routing between the two, I guess. I mean, it can get there by pinging, but I can't. Whatever we just did not resolve.
So you're pinging the virtual box.
Yeah.
You're pinging the host, not the.
Yes. Correct. Not the guest. That's a good point, because I can't ping from over here.
Anyone know that? I've done it before. There's a way to do it.
I've never set that up.
It's got to be something simple.
Really, it's the camera guy.
I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Do you have to do that when you start the container?
Yes. Yeah, you need to start it so that it's. I think what you want is a bridge, and then you want the Docker container to do DHCP on its own, so it gets its own lease.
So there is a -- bridge setting. Okay, Walter, this is the homework for this week. This was a good project. Takes a little while. Networking with Ross is a challenge, and you do see these exact same problems. So this is helpful. See it on. You can echo messages on one side of on one machine, but you can't echo it on another machine. You feel like giving us an update on the success here, Walter? How do you feel? You feel like you made some progress?
I do. It's pretty exciting. That's awesome. I just got to figure out how to get back in, I guess. I mean, really, as long as I can send over to him, that's probably okay, right?
You want
I want him to tell me where he's at.
Yeah.
I do want telemetry back.
No.
But I think that there is, like Kyler was saying, that bridge between your virtual machine and the Docker container will expose that so you can get inside.
Okay.
Yes.
I will find that out. Well, we will find that out hopefully together and
That's right.
resolve it. Because I want to drive this bad boy around. It's pretty cool.
Fun. Any other closing thoughts? Anyone?
No,
All right.
this is fun. Good discussion.
Okay. Maybe we'll work in some working meetings once a month or something if you like the format, if you like it.
That's the best way to learn it, is to watch it.
No, the best way to learn is be in the hot seat, punk.
Well, that too, you're right.
You're next.
You're right.
Man.
You did well.
Thank you. Thank you. I had great mentors.
Yeah.
Evil, good. Thanks, man. I appreciate y'all's help. That was awesome.
You bet.
Thank you.
Guys, have a great week.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.